We back. Did we do tips last time? Oh wait, I'm clicking on not the stream. I think we did, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Anything up now? It's a nice Saturday. I usually don't record on weekends, but next week might be harder to find time to record, so might as well get a head start. Anything else? I don't know. You should if you didn't see it, I made a. Oh, this song though. God damn, it's a bop. I made a video like, cause someone did some comments on my theory video, and I wanted to make a response since he was like playing devil's advocate and trying to poke holes and stuff. So you might want to check that out if you did check my theory video out before, just because it kind of like updates some of my thoughts and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, let's just continue. I'm kind of excited. Chapter 3. Hey, it's Chi. Nice to see you again, lady. True. So, just checking if it's working properly. My keyboard almost slipped. A lazy, yeah, wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. Our school never did economics class. Makes me sad. Would have been fun, I think. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. That's actually sweet. If everybody were making curry in the same spot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the youngest students, each of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Actually, speaking about curries, when I went to Japan, I tried Coco's Curry, which is like a really famous curry chain, and it's pretty cheap, and it was probably the best curry I've ever had. It was so good. And I didn't have it last time I went to Japan, so it was a first. Yeah, it was a really good experience, except for the fact that I spilled some on my shirt and curry stains, and it was like a light blue shirt, so I can't really use that anymore, which sucked, but other than that, it was really good. And really spicy, like there's 10 spice levels, and I only got level 3, and I was already dying. Well, not dying, but it was like a really good spice level that I wouldn't want anymore. Never actually had a... Never had legit, like, curry at an Indian restaurant, so that might be something to look into. Serious face. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. What? Also love the face, Satoko. They kept getting used to saying her name correctly, not Sadako, which is how I pronounced it the whole first chapter. Hey, take it serious, Taichi. The real challenge starts now. I mean, everyone has their food that they're really passionate about, I guess. I don't think I actually have one, but maybe pastas. I really love pastas. It's part of my Italian nature, as like a quarter of an Italian. Curry tyrant. What? Okay, now that's dedication. Every year to India? God damn. Okay, that better be a rumor. That's insane now. Yeah, that's unnatural. Confirmed? Village cult theory confirmed? Take that, commenter. It's already proven. They're a curry cult. Is curry nutritiously bad? Whoa. Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and a spatula hummed gently as these still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way smiling. Uh-oh. Dude, she's been scary. She even whacked me on the head last episode, right? Saying even a little bit would make my situation a lot more dire. Gotta make the best curry. It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. Yeah, let's go. Next club activity. Who can make the best curry? Predictions? I don't know. Rena makes good food though, so maybe Rena. I feel like Satoko's is gonna bomb for some reason. I don't know about Rita. I feel like she would do good. And Mion's good at everything. I don't know about Keiichi though. Oh! Cooking contest, finally. This is the arc I've been waiting for. I mean, not really, but I'm down. I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. Whoever Chi says is the best. As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. Do we get a sprite? Okay. Yeah, more than one judge or it'll be biased, right? 7 judges? That can make enough for 7 people? I guess it's not that hard, depending on the servings. Even the principal? Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in class had been piqued. Yeah, I feel like Rena is like the only person proven to be a good chef because she actually makes food. Oh, that's right. So Satoko and Rika are combined, so maybe it won't bomb if she's with Rika. Tasty. I like the low-key diss on Satoko. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Whoa. Her type is always bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. I wouldn't worry about Mion, ever. She's reliable, if anything. I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Holy shit, what is that? Is that a train? It's so loud. That was a fast train. Teacher's whistle sounded. Oh, get ready for the battle music. The call to arms sounded. Here it goes. Yeah, there we go. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Okay. Kaichi the camper. Putting the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom and fill the water to just above the wrist. Okay, I've never used a camping set for rice, so this is actually kind of interesting. You filthy liar. If I put any more, it'll be left with some half-cooked porridge. Ooh. Excuse me. For his artistic stuff. Oof. This is a real conversation. Well, I think it would be anyways. Aww. Savage. No bully. Aww. That was a pretty malicious comment for Rena. Malicious comment for Rena. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Rena could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. Yes, the true battle. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp. As Rena hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm in practice, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peel spanned the entire potato. That's actually really hard to do. I suck at peeling potatoes. But to be fair, I don't use a knife, I use a potato peeler. On top of that, the peels... Wait, peel... yeah. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. Adorable. Saying that, she placed a longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But, roar? Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. It's over. Keiichi, pack your bags. Your grandma taught her how to pilot a helicopter? Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on the list that seemed like a lie. But the girly stuff? Damn it. I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food. Is that like low-key dissing Chinese food? Shut down before I could even say it. Don't laugh, Satoko, you're literally doing nothing. You would have come fourth if you were on your own. Because you would be last. Oh! What'd you do? No bully. Destroy. God, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maibara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but how about to win this challenge. Yeah, don't get caught up on the potatoes. Ooh. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Aww. No matter how hard I tried peeling these, if I slip at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. The boys! Yo, we got our own sidekicks. They're actually valuable past the event. Dude, are these the new main characters? Are these just trying to die? Don't kill them. They're just kids. It was the two underclassmen that became my sworn brothers ever since the event at the toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with two girls for their group. Hey. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. Oh, I thought they were gonna ask her his out, but he was just taking the vegetables. Ooh, kind of sweeten up the deal. What we got to offer? I don't know, is that even that good? Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. There's one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. What? Yo, that seals the deal. Oh no. The blood. There's so much nosebleeds in this chapter. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. It's his true power of convincing people. Oh, my window's open. That's why it's so loud. My bad. I always forget. I have to close it for recording. Haven't finished with preparing the vegetables. Next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes the longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping, but just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Rena, she has a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league. I actually kind of like simpler curry, like just curry, potato, and some sort of meat on rice is probably good enough for me. That's cute. Aww. We teamed up before, I think. Oh, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rita-chan is cooking apples as well. Oh, she's like a pro at this. Apples and curry? I think I've actually heard of that, but I've never tried it. How about Mion? Oh, so they don't get free meat, huh? That's... damn. If Mion got the meat advantage, that's a big boost. Oh, they didn't say marvelous. I wanted to hear her say that. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house? Dude, she has the ingredient advantage. I think Rena has just the general cooking advantage, and I don't know, Rita's the close second. Cute advantage. Is that an advantage? I guess it is. Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as it's good, she'd probably like it. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Okay, dude. Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak. It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. The boys! Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What you got, boys? How are we gonna turn this around? That's true, but it's not enough to win. You guys, for me? Yeah, these guys are the bros. We got some boys. Oh, that's right. If you don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko's and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. What did they promise? Failing on duty 3 times. These dies, to assure me victory, have paid the price. The days filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone! Yo, get pumped! The boys club. Can't lose now. You have so much on the line. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to stew it a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Rena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. It's probably not enough though. You need something special. Steel mealed meat. What? Rika-chan's calling me. What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot. Oh my god. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. That's so adorable. Mr. Curry. Huh? Rita-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Oh my god. What? I feel like Rita's cuteness levels raised a bit since the last chapter. Also this song? Bops? As always. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with the stick, he etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. What is happening right now? Pishoo. Wait, this seems great. Rita-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. They're sabotaging your curry! At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled? Her purpose? Headed back to my pod, standing there, just as I feared, was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop kicked the back of her head. Oh no. Oh, that probably hurts. What the heck? You sure? I just skipped a bunch. At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank. Thud, thud. I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was my pot. It's over. How did this happen? The frying pan stuck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap. For a moment, I lost touch with reality. You devil. Sounds convincing. At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoto for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoto still had the method of fighting back. Just then Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. Was Rena also sabotaged? And what about Mion? Yo, I kind of just thought Rita was down to do all the carrying, but it looks like Satoto pulled her own weight in her own way. This is the power. Never fight against Satoto. Confirmed. Rita-chan and Satoto rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. What an ending. Who would have thought? Pushing the dust together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. Sorry, boys. Looks like we couldn't get that W. The delicious odor of the curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Imagine if Rita and Satoto still don't win somehow. It'd be weird. Maybe they like them salty. Actually, no. I was trying to say I like the salty taste, but too much is a little eh. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. Only the club members who managed a decent result was Rita-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. Oh. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. Oh, did Mion's get ruined too? I thought her rice was just salty. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Runa's salty curry in his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Chi-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment. A page of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel a bit sorry for them. Seeing that the principal devoured the rest of the over-salted curry in one go, truly a man amongst men. What a man. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Simple though. There's also that incident with Ren assaulted Curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinarily, but perhaps today's forerunner? The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges had out of size, he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Ooh, not a fan though. Hey, we need these negative points if we have a chance. Though I don't think we have a chance since we have no curry. Personally, I think the carrots are a staple of curry. I don't know. I don't really care about the carrots. Like, I don't mind them either way. I think potatoes are more of a staple, if anything. But it just each to their own. However, seeing that Rika-chan read the nameplate of his chest over of his coveralls and began to speak. Uh-oh. She mad. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rita-chan with a stunned look. But what Rita-chan just did was super effective. It's the Rita-chan charisma. You can't fight against it. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry, while tears streamed down his face. Sob. Mommy. While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rita-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rita-chan's assessment was unanimous. Satoko let out a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Whoa. Is Myeon's not ruined? Oh, all of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Myeon's curry. Not only the judges, but the teachers, underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Hamburgers. So, was Keiichi just lying about her curry spilling out? Because I don't even remember her curry spilling out either. I think she just said her rice was salty. Hamburg steak with demi-glace sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching to say this was the full course meal. Didn't mean to flip that. It's perfect. Perfectly made. Satoko was also shocked. Even Rita-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seemed like the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course the hamburgers was hand kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. Is Keiichi gonna turn this around somehow? Uh-oh. I don't see how anything can beat this if she's talking about the history of Indian knowledge of curry. Myeon bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face. Oh, it wasn't enough, Rika. And Satoko. Should have tried harder on Mion. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice trichter, which should have ruined it. At that moment, it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. Yeah, she took the rice. That's why she took his rice. At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, and its contents completely emptied. Guess Kichi's not turning this around. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. True? Mion never gives up. That's why she's so reliable. Gah, I couldn't even properly voice my shame. Good life lesson. It loads me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? How though? How can we turn this around? Yo, Oyasho-san, I sent some godly curry to us from the sky. Sorry boys, couldn't make your dreams come true. Tomita-kun and Okamura suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my proteges had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. Now they even have to do those two girls' chores for a bit. How can you turn this around? Both of them were dejected. God, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. How was their senior? What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had showed them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Pay them money and just give an empty plate. It's the only way. Oh, he's ascended! It was only in Legends. It's the legendary Super Keiichi. I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Both of them disappeared after receiving these instructions. Shut up. Hey, me and Teach, same wavelength. This is the final attack. The salty rice. Can we counteract the salt? Hey! Yes! Aww. It's cute though. The turnaround. This is my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. A perfect score. I guess you need to beat Mion, or at least tie with her. Firmly patting the top of Satoto's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. Yeah. No backing down. Yeah, why are you scared, Satoto? There we go. The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed like Mion's impending victory was not in question.
勝負を失ったわけじゃありません。皆さんをうまいと言わせてみせます。
My combative posture had drawn the attention of all the judges. What do you do? Okay, which is rice balls. The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured the tea into cups she had brought over from the break room. Oh, I didn't say. There's no curry inside? I thought that was the trick. Rena's expression told me that she thought it was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Just watch, a miracle is about to occur. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. I still don't get it. I'm in Satoko's. Yeah, Yumi Satoko, I don't get it. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were all from small children, because they made to show their appreciation, they couldn't just eat a little bit of each. I wonder if this works. I feel like it wouldn't. It might work with the other judges, but not Chi, since she's a curry freak, right? They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. Confirmed by looking at the eyes of the judges. Confirmed that by looking at their eyes, as the judges smiled wryly. Tastier than Mion's dish? What? Yeah. The teacher and the principal folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underling, seeing this, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough? Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... Don't piss off Chi. The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement.
ですからこ
I
のカレ
think.
ーライスという料理はそれを取り入れアレンジした日本冒頭に先生がおっしゃられた通りインドと日本の文化の融合の結晶なのです。
前原君の言うことはわかります。でもそれとおにぎりにどんな関係が？
とても簡単なことなんです。カレーのおにぎりお米を美味しく食べるための知恵なんです。
It's true. Curry is made to complement. I mean, I guess you could say curry is a topping to the rice. But I don't know. I thought rice was more to complement the curry. I guess you can argue it both ways. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and passed to grow and raise our rice-centered culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. I guess that statement's actually pretty true. Well, at least the rice dishes.
カレーもおにぎりも同じ米食文化の結晶なのです。
That's interesting, actually. That's a good argument. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was the thunderous applause that praised me. I don't know how she's gonna take that. I mean, I would still give it a 0 because this is kind of silly, but it's very compelling. Sometimes logic can't handle against this. She looks pissed. Oh, she's blushing. Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. Yeah, that's generally true. If you come to a country, you usually meld with the way they cook, even if you put your own spin on it. But Mion, she was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. No way, it's working. You did it, boys! I don't know if I should get full marks though. Oh. Woo! We did it! The miracle! This is Keiichi's true power! That being said, Mion helped us a bit with that last argument, but still. My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it! We did it! The curry was spilled and our rice was taken, but we made a comeback. Sorry, shouldn't mute the mic, but just crept up on me. In the end, Rika-chan's curry also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. Aww. Since this contest was outside the scope of the regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. But first you need to take a bite. But you did. Satoru stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Yeah, you can have a bite. Yes, it's the bait! It's the bait! Good job, Keiichi. My two prodigies peered over from the sidelines. Tears of joy streamed from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. Well, we did it, my bro-san. This is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up. There's no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. Uh-oh, no lunch for Taichi. Oh, he sounded so sad. Can we hear that again? I didn't actually know you can, like, listen to the lines again. That's adorable. That doesn't even sound like him. The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half filled with tears and my stomach rumbling. I was called over by the teacher. Hi, Chi.
前原くん、さっきはああいう場だったので満点ということにしましたが、分かっていますね。え？分かってって何がですか？
What? I was trying to say, why is there this weird atmosphere right now? What is this invert though? It looks so weird. There's an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry colored. It does look curry colored. Like a pot string curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. Like I thought, like I was surprised because I didn't think she would like go fall for it since she's a curry freak, right? Oh no, spirals. A chill washed over me. The teacher touched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Are you telling me this isn't cult-like behavior, huh? Are you telling me Hinamizawa isn't secretly a curry cult? Huh? This is proof. Snipping this. I agree. It was twisted logic, but definitely curry's better than rice balls. 第5の文明として古代インドに生まれ、アショカ王の時代にカピラ城で釈迦の生誕に万国食文化博覧会が絶賛して、ミシュランぐるぐるエッフェル塔すらもカレー漬けをぐつぐつ煮込んで、ターメリックを寝ても覚めてもカレーカレーカレーカレー。Help? Help me? Is this so Yashiro-sama?
ちょっとケイチさん、何をフラフラしてますの？後片付けもお料理の一部ですのよ。ケイチくん、目がカレーだよ。
Your eyes are all curried.
どうしたのかな、この。
What does that even mean? Curry, curry, curry. Hey, look, brainwashing. Confirmed. Brainwashing happens. My theories are correct. It's a whole day. It wasn't long before Hunter brought me back to my senses. And there's a not a chapter break, but a break, because that took an hour. That was an hour-long curry sesh. Or is that actually a chapter break? No, it's not. Okay. We're gonna end it here. That hour-long curry cooking festival was super fun. I really enjoyed that. Was that the best slice of life thing yet? Maybe. I'd have to look back, but that was so good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed too. kind of makes you want to eat curry, huh? Anyways, yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.